The state and federal governments have killed off a joint venture deal for the rollout of the national broadband network in Tasmania. Consumer groups say the Tasmanian Government's been sidelined and will have no power to ensure smaller towns are connected, while the opposition says it's egg on the Premier's face.
A memo of understanding was signed last year between Aurora Energy and the Tasmanian and federal governments for all three parties to jointly own NBN Tasmania. The deal would have given the state government shares in the parent NBN Co when it's privatised in about 7 years. It was in return for free access to state-owned infrastructure, namely Aurora Energy's fibre optics, which was vital because at that point Telstra wasn't on board.
Telstra got $11 billion out of the deal with the federal government recently, so that could quite possibly sideline Aurora entirely.
Aurora says the joint venture was never formalised and it will continue to work as an agent for NBN and receive an income for the use of its fibre optics. The proposed joint venture allowed the federal government to get its broadband rollout happening before legislation was in place and give the Tasmanian government a driver's seat.
The government's actually lost control of this operation now and has become a passenger rather than a driver.
The Premier says Tasmania was always going to be a test case for the rest of the country and that the stage 1 rollout at Scottsdale, Smithton and Midway Point revealed problems with the joint venture model.
It was determined by both governments in agreement that in fact perhaps the joint venture wasn't the best mechanism we could efficiently and effectively use to roll out this infrastructure.
But with the deal dead, there are concerns the state government has been sidelined and consumers will pay the price.
They're losing their control over their enterprise that is managing these assets, and they're losing control over where the NBN will be rolled out in Tasmania.
We've had long-held concerns that rural and regional Tasmania in particular would not get optic fibre to the door, and we've already had that confirmed with Dilston, Swan Bay and so forth. So this seems to be another nail in the coffin.
But the state government says the exact commercial model used to deliver the NBN is not a major issue and won't affect the actual rollout. Cara Douglas, ABC News.